If you are looking for your dream home and you just don't know where to look, Colorado First Time Home Buyer is here to help, and they actually have tips on how you can win in this competitive market. We have realtor Christen Costin here joining us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you are a realtor in a very crazy time and crazy market. It's a growing place. So what have you seen change over the last year? What does that fluctuation look like? I've always called it a roller coaster market.
Yeah, it really is. When COVID hit, everything just got really crazy. Rates dropped so low. There were so many buyers in the pool really looking to buy because the rates were low. So it's been hot consistently for about 2 years now. It seemed to cool off a little bit fall-ish of 21, but I'm seeing that it's picking up significantly again in the spring. So it's just very, very competitive. We have low inventory, meaning not a lot of homes on the market.
Right.
Even though it is really a seller's market, you know, they can make a lot.
What does that mean? Yeah, so buyers versus sellers. I hear that all the time.
So seller's market basically means there's not a lot of inventory. So if you put your home on the market, you're going to get a lot of offers, going way over asking. Typically, the equity people have built in, you know, with owning a home is insane. So a lot of people are walking away with just a ton of money. So that makes it a seller's market. But in a way, it's also a buyer's market because rates are still low. They have started to increase recently, unfortunately, but historically, they're still relatively low. So still a good time for buyers to get in before they go up even more this year.
So it can be a challenge, you know, trying to buy a house in this time, trying to win that, you know, your offer against someone else. What would be some tips that you would give people?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with all kinds of buyers, but I do specialize a lot with first-time home buyers, obviously. And a lot of times those first-time buyers just don't have a lot of extra cash because they haven't sold a home before, so they don't have that equity to play with. But I have a lot of different ways that I can strategize with a buyer to make their offer competitive. I won't give you all the tricks.
Yeah, all the tricks and trades.
But a few of them would be like, for example, the asking price. You're going to think of that as a starting point. I haven't seen a home go for asking unless it's a unicorn that's sat on the market for a while for some reason. I mean, for the most part, they're going over asking. So definitely having a strong offer. Sometimes offering a post-closing occupancy, which basically that just means that seller gets to stay in the home for a few days, few weeks after closing to pack up and move. Not something you have to offer, but it's definitely something to sweeten the deal. Working with a reputable lender is very important that can close you quickly. Honestly, a lot of banks out there are closing in 30 to 45 days. I work with a lender personally that's local, that's awesome, that closes my clients in 20 days. So that, when you're competing against, you know, 5 or 10 other offers and they're maybe closing in 30 days, if you can get that seller their proceeds in 20 days, that's obviously desirable.
And I was going to say, that 30 to 45 seems fast.
Yeah, so 20 is really fast. And another thing, too, is limited inspection repairs. So I have yet to, even in this market, and I just beat out 33 offers over the weekend with one client here in the Springs on a beautiful home. We do not waive inspections. I mean, I know that there are people out there that do. I never recommend that. So getting an inspection, at least for informational purposes, is important, but knowing that you're going to get limited repairs likely from that seller just because it is so competitive. You can still ask for things, and I have, you know, recently had roofs replaced, water heaters replaced, things like that, but knowing that you're not going to go in and really nitpick and ask for a lot of home maintenance things to be taken care of. So
a lot of good tips there. Yeah. And it seems like all very doable things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's our specialty. That's what we do, and so we have all of those ways to, like I said, strategize with the buyer to help them get their offer accepted.
Well, contact Christen. She knows what she's talking about. And make sure you can go to ColoradoFirstTimeHomebuyer.com to learn all the information, try to get a hold of her. And, yeah, good luck in the future.
So much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No, appreciate you being here. This segment has been sponsored by Colorado First Time Home Buyer.